What's up, guys? My name's Levi. This is Shred Shop, connecting you to skateboarding. And today we're going to talk about the independent mids with the inverted kingpin. I've got a question for you, son. There comes a point in everyone's life where they look down at themselves and they look down at their deck and they say, is mine inverted? The questions you might be asking yourself: is it going to work? Does everyone's look like this? Am I going to get made fun of? Does it tighten? Does it get soft? Am I going to be able to use this? Or am I going to have to maul grab myself just to deal with it the rest of my life? So listen, son, I need you to let us know below what questions you might have about your deck and your inverted kingpin. Comment below. For a while now, Independent has been teasing a new truck design. Even up to about a year ago, you can find photos online about what their new truck design might be. Independent sent us a sneak peek pair of the Independent Mid inverted kingpin trucks for us to test out. So you're going to see in some of our skate clips us trying them out. We're going to tell you how they ride, what they look like, and nerd out on some of the tech that goes with them. So the first thing, we're going to flip the trucks over. When we got them, you look at where the kingpin comes up from the bottom, up through the base plate. You can see it's a hex design. It's the normal top part of your truck that would normally be facing up around the hanger. That's now facing down. And it's locked into a hex pattern design area, so it tightens itself in there. You don't have to worry about it slipping out or getting messed up in that area. Now hold on a second. For all you old skate heads that love Indy and all you young guys that love Indy, you might be a little scared of change. But stop and just think about it for a second. It's basically the same thing, except for it might be a little bit better because your kingpin is actually tightening inside of the truck rather than out. So your truck or your kingpin isn't going to be coming above the hanger when you tighten really tight, and so it's not going to mess up with any of your grinds or feeble grinds. Another cool thing to mention about it tightening inside is that your clearance on your kingpin is going to be really high. So therefore, for the grinding life of your hanger, it's going to last way longer because that lip, you get the full life out of it rather than just going down to your kingpin. Now wait, before you buy these, keep in mind, these are an Indy mid. They come as an Indy mid. So they're not as high as an Indy high, but to put it in perspective, if you ride Thunders, the Indy mids are still higher than a Thunder high. I'm used to riding Indy highs and I noticed a little bit of a difference. On that note about the height of the truck, if you really want to try the inverted kingpin, but you really want Indy highs, you can actually swap out the hanger. You just pop off the kingpin, slide off the brand new hanger, and put on the Indy high hanger, and then you can have an Indy high truck with an inverted kingpin. Here's a couple facts for you. The question might be, how do I tighten my kingpin with such a weird design or such a different design? Well, it fits a normal kingpin skate tool. There's one. Sometimes, you know when your kingpin nut strips? Well, there's a backup plan or a different plan. If you're an Allen key guy, it's a 5.5 millimeter Allen wrench that actually goes in here and fits. So you have two options on how to tighten them. These new inverted kingpin mid Indy trucks, they come in different sizes. They come in 129, 139, 144, 149, and 159. Basically ranging from 7.6 inch boards all the way up to 8.75 inch boards. You might be asking yourself, can I buy just the kingpin? You can't, because if you buy the inverted kingpin, it won't fit a regular base plate from Indy. But we've heard that in the spring, maybe sometime around February, March, Indy will be putting out just the base plates with the inverted kingpin that you can buy separately and then put your own hanger on there. So it's basically customizing your own trucks, which is kind of dope. The cool thing is that the new base plates with the inverted kingpin will also fit even the big heavy trucks, the 215s. That's the 10-inch board ones. People usually use them for mega boards or for cruiser boards. Keep in mind, the only thing that really changes in a truck size isn't the base plate size. It is the hanger that changes and gets wider, gets lighter, gets whatever. And so it's going to be the same base plate. You can put any hanger on top of it. Next question you might ask, is the geometry the same? For a lot of you indie heads, you love the way indies are shaped. And guess what? Indy heard you. They made these trucks the same shape. They look exactly the same from the outside. The only difference is that it's an inverted kingpin. And so you don't have to worry about them getting all weird with shapes and designs. You got the classic. You might be wondering, if you're buying online, if you went to your local or you're buying through us online, how big is an Indy mid truck? Will I notice a difference? Basically, mid to high, all that terminology, it changes between different brands. But with Indy, an Indy high is 55 millimeters high, an Indy low is 51 millimeters high, an Indy mid is 53.5 millimeters. So notice it's actually closer to the height of a high than it is to a low, but it's a 1.5 millimeter difference. So if you're neurotic about your sizes and the way your board is put together, you will notice a difference, but just keep that in mind that it is closer to a high than it is to a low. Next question that you might ask, does this come in a high version? No, right now it only comes in a mid version. So again, we said that's 53.5 millimeters high is the mid version, but you could, if you want them right now, buy these, take the base plate off, and take the hanger from your highs, from your regular stage 11 high hanger, and you put that on these inverted kingpins, you can ride it. But we do know that in spring 2021, they're coming with a high version of the inverted kingpin, as well as a hollow version of the Indy trucks with the inverted kingpin, which is dope. You might ask, is there pro versions of this truck coming? Well, next summer, that's summer 2021, there is going to be pro versions of the inverted kingpin truck coming out, because they've been giving these out to a lot of the pros. You see them riding if you look really closely in their footy, and they're really loving them. They're getting a great response. I got an opportunity to skate these trucks because Indy sent us a pair, which was dope. Thank you so much, Indy. A couple things I liked about them. Obviously, they're the same shape like we're used to, so I didn't have to switch up and try to figure something out. A couple downsides. I usually skate hollows. These are regulars, so they are a little bit heavier than what I'm used to. But again, if you're an OG Indy head, it's going to be all the same. And keep in mind the hollows do come out spring coming up here. The other thing, I'm a big dude, so I weigh over 200 pounds, and so I need to tighten my trucks maybe more than the average skateboarder does. And I found when I was tightening these with a skate tool, I couldn't get them tight enough without adding extra leverage, which looks a little ridiculous because I had a skate tool and then a bar out here, so I had an arm this long just to get leverage to be able to tighten them because they wouldn't get any tighter for me. So keep that in mind. It may be easier with your 5.5 millimeter Allen key. I was using a skate tool, so that's kind of the difference in there. They do come with the regular orange bushings, which is OG, and it's dope. While I did get to ride them, they were sick because the clearance was so good. I do a lot of feebles, a lot of front feebles and Smith grinds, and so when I'm dipping my truck, a lot of times I'm hitting the kingpin on my normal trucks, grinding it away, and causing me to actually wear it down. It means I go through kingpin nuts like crazy. And in this, I obviously wouldn't have to, which is dope. One thing I am going to try is I'm going to try to switch my Indy high hangers, and I'm going to toss them on there, and they might be sick. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Levi, Shred Shop, connecting you to skateboarding. I need you to let us know below, are you going to try these, and how sick are they going to be? Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. So Independent DM'd us a deck pic directly to our door of these pair of inverted kingpins.
There he is. Those are Independents?